Hello and Jai Shri Ram to all of you. Hope you all are doing fine. You must have watched my previous video in which I was discussing the problems of teenagers and youth. Earlier I was thinking that I should make separate videos for both of them, but I realized that there is a very fine line between teenagers and young boys and girls in this era, because they are more mature now, they are more intelligent, and so the demarcation between both of these groups based on age is vanishing slowly. And yeah, so someone gave me the topic comparison. She is in school and she believes that the comparison that she has to face at home and in school, she is not able to cope with it. But she is a kid and she doesn't know. Maybe you all have not noticed it too, that comparison is prevalent everywhere. Sometimes other people compare us to others, and sometimes we ourselves compare ourselves to others. Either we feel inferiority complex, or we want to make the other person feel inferior when we compare ourselves to him. That is, we want that he should compare himself with us and feel inferior. So when you see that it is so widespread, it is there at office, it is between husband and wife, parents and children, and colleagues, and there is no place where comparison is not existing. So it is a problem for everyone. Even I have faced it, and you must have also faced it, but you never thought it about it that way. So firstly, I want to relax the children by telling them that you are not the only victims of comparison, but you have an upper hand, because I must tell you that take an example, that if you are in some unique problem and your parents want to make you get rid of it, and but they themselves don't know how to solve that problem, so they will try all weird kind of ways, but their motive is very pure, that they want to make you safe, secure, and a better person. So in this regard, they are doing that comparison because they think that it will make you better, but they don't realize that what repercussions it may have. So the motive of this session and all the upcoming sessions is that I want you all to take your own responsibility. That is, don't blame anyone else for what problems you are facing, and comparison is one of them. Because say I have a magic wand and I stop your parents and your teachers from doing this comparison, but what will happen when you grow up and face new challenges and new situations in life? There also this comparison will be there. And isn't it wonderful that you have the opportunity to understand this problem and see if there are any practical solutions to it, because that will empower you. And we will also go deep into the fact that why this problem is present everywhere. So I have noted down some points, so I will be referring to my diary in between, because it's an era of slideshows, but I don't have that now, so I have written the points in the diary. So let's start. Okay, so don't tell your parents that or teachers that I have told you that they are doing it for your good, because then they will become more inspired and will do more comparisons and you will have more problems. So, what are the reactions when a comparison is done? So, usually there are two ways. One is if the children are outspoken, they can react back by comparing their parents or any other adults to someone else, that is tit for tat. And the other way is that they can keep mum at that time, but in their heart they will start cursing the ones that have made this huge mistake. So if you say something verbally, there is a limit to it. You will not say which you should not say, but when you are saying in your heart, then no one is there to watch your emotions or your vocabulary. So it is the biggest injury or harm that you are doing to yourself when you are cursing someone else in your heart, because they don't know it, but you are burning inside yourself, and that is really very very injurious for your mental health as well as physical health later on, because mental stress starts reflecting, showing physical symptoms in later years of life. So be aware, don't do that. So let's think about the comparison and watch it closely. Is it your parents or teachers who are doing the comparison, or somewhere in your heart you agree with the comparison? Okay, so it is more harmful because you yourself start believing in that comparison. So if you yourself start comparing yourself to if you start comparing yourself to someone else, please remember that it is actually not possible. Let me tell you with an example. We all have our unique identification code. It can be your Aadhaar card or your PAN card or any other identity card. So it has a unique number and it cannot be same for two people, no matter how close they are. I hope you understand. You might be brother and sister, but still your identification code cannot be same. So it also tells you that no two persons can be similar. They can be similar but not same. Some habits, some qualities, some physical features can be similar but never the same. So don't try to be like someone else, because God has not created us like that. We are unique in our own way, and that should encourage you. And remember that there is no end to comparison. You can start from one thing, and if you improve on that, if you try to be a Xerox copy of someone, remember that it is never possible. And say, if again by using a magic wand it becomes possible, then think about it. Then that if you have made yourself a Xerox copy of someone, and then the other person starts comparing you to someone else, then will you start from scratch? Now you will start becoming a Xerox copy of someone else. So this process itself is so stupid, so foolish, and it will give you no results. And also you will lose your own unique identity, which I mentioned. It is said na, धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का. So you will lose your own unique identity, although it is not possible, but it apparently you will lose it, and you will not gain someone else's identity. So you are in a great loss. And firstly, when we are being compared to someone else, the first reaction is of anger, right? You become angry and then you react either verbally or in your heart. And the second reaction is jealousy. And let me give you an example. If you are running in a race and someone is running ahead of you, then there is a possibility that you run faster with all your abilities. It might not be possible in the same race, because if you were that capable, you may have been already running faster than him. So in future you can improve your diet, your exercise, your physical endurance will improve, your power will improve, and you can do various techniques like meditation, etc., and you can win in the next race. And there is also other way that you can make him trip by using your leg and making him off balance. In Hindi we call it tangdi marna. So there is also that way. You might win, but you will start losing your unique identity. So remember that firstly anger is created, then jealousy is created. And that is very funny. There is a possibility that you might be compared to your best friend, and you were like partners in crime since childhood. You were like inseparable, and constantly you are being compared to him or her because he or she might have excelled in something more than you. So what happens? Firstly, you will not give any importance to it, but maybe when you are constantly compared, you will start avoiding that person, or he might not even know it, but you will not be that free or that natural to him as you were earlier, and you will lose a friend for that stupid comparison. And while comparison creates jealousy, it can lead you committing various crimes unknowingly. You will not even know. The jealousy will force you, because you can become better than him if you improve on yourself, but there are some situations where you cannot improve yourself immediately. Then you can start to be better by committing crimes, and even murders can take place. It's not a big deal nowadays. People do that. So see how where this comparison is leading you. You have to see. Now we shall see how we can deal with this comparison. The easiest way is just ignore it. Just ignore it and do what you are doing already. Continue with that. And your intention should be that you should make yourself better. Compare yourself with yourself. That is, you should be better than the previous day. And even if you are not, then relax. It's not a big deal. The second thing is analyze the comparisons. You should see if those comparisons are true or not. And then what you can do, that how comparisons are made, we never look into it. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses. There is no human being on the planet ever and will never be who has only strengths and no weaknesses. So now everybody has his strengths and weaknesses. So what you have to do, when you focus on your weaknesses, you feel a negative energy. It drains out your energy. You feel powerless. You feel sad, and you think you cannot do anything about it. So the best way is to focus on your strengths. And as I am saying the word strength, I am feeling powerful, and so do you. So focus on your strengths and do it like a scientist. Find out what your strengths are. Start from that, and don't ignore your weaknesses. Also find what your weaknesses are, and you should strengthen your strengths. And that is how your focus will not be on your weaknesses, but it will be more on your strengths. And then later on, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, then you can focus on how to weaken your weaknesses. But you will do that with power and not with weakness. So that is the trick. And we are only focused on ourselves, and we are talking about these comparisons, how it affects us, how we feel sad, how we feel anger, how we feel jealous, how we feel inferiority complex. But we never thought how this comparison is prevalent everywhere. Wherever we look, we can see that there is comparison, because nobody ever tried to break this chain, and you and me can break this chain now. Look around yourself and see people who are there around you, your family, the maids, the servants working in your house, all the other people. Maybe they are rich or they are poor, they are your friends or maybe neighbors only. See how you can uplift them by seeing what is good in them and ignoring what is their weaknesses. The thing that you do for yourself, do the same thing for them. Praise them for your strengths and don't talk about their weaknesses, and that is how you will empower them. Be powerful and empower others, and that is how you will make a great change by breaking this chain of comparisons. And that is how you will inspire others and tell them that they have their unique identification code, which makes them unique and special to you and to the whole society and to the whole world, because it's true that everybody is unique. And let me tell you, no person is big or small. I can remember a famous dialogue from a movie where the hero said that his mother used to say that no business is big or small. So during the comparison, if you find that yes, the comparison is true, that you are doing a small business and you don't feel you don't feel confident enough that you should tell others what business you are doing. So I will tell you some funny examples, hearing which you will feel nice. The big grocery stores that you are seeing online are actually sabji walas, and the big companies like I will not take the names of those companies, of any company, but the big companies selling milk and milk products are actually doodhwalas, right? And these big general stores and all, they are actually ration walas. Am I wrong? I don't think so. So if you see that they are also doing the same thing that you are doing on a smaller scale, but they are doing on a bigger scale, so you have a hope that you can also reach that level, and you should start working for that and don't feel inferior. And if we take some examples, like our PM, Honorable PM, he was a tea seller in his earlier days, and the great hero Rajnikant, he was a bus conductor. And Dhirubhai Ambani, whose son Mukesh Ambani is the 8th richest man in the whole world currently, because these positions keep changing, but currently he is the 8th richest man. His father, who set up this empire, Dhirubhai Ambani, he worked at a gas station and sold bhajiyas. So don't see the comparison with any filter or with any prejudices. See it with open mind and make the best use of it. Convert it into an opportunity. So let us see what are the pros and cons of comparison. We will start with the cons because that is our natural tendency to look at the darker side of everything first. So we will continue with that tradition. So the cons are anger, as I told you, jealousy, inferiority complex, loss of energy, keep counting, and less focus. We lose focus from what we are doing because we are entangled in all of these things. And hatred starts developing in our heart, and then we want to take revenge, and we feel powerless, and dissatisfaction enters our lives. So these were the cons. Now let us look at the pros. We become powerful. We find the right direction to move ahead in our lives. We can set goals and we can have great achievements. We will have great success, and we will learn the art of sharing because we want to break this chain, and we will empower others. We will become powerful ourselves and we will empower others, and this will start creating love in our hearts, and we will have respect for others. We will not try to pull them down focusing on their shortcomings, but we will have respect for them. And in the end, by doing all of these things, we will have great satisfaction, because without satisfaction, power and success have no meaning, because we will never be happy. So the greatest, the sweetest end result is happiness. So in the end, you see, the pros are more than the cons. So now from today, look at the comparisons that you face in life with a different perspective and see them as an opportunity to grow in every way. And in the next session, I will cover all these points. I will try my best to do that. So I will cover all these points, linking these to our scriptures, Ramcharitmanas and Bhagavad Gita. I might use examples from both of them or either of them as the situation demands. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please leave your feedback in the comment section down below, and you can also suggest the next topic that you want me to cover. So I am not including both the version, that is non-spiritual version and the spiritual version, in one video because it will be quite long. This video has already been become quite long. So I will link the second part in the description box once I have made that video and uploaded it. So it will be a kind request to see that video also, so that you can have an idea how scriptures are not so boring and how they have that tremendous power to transform you, to look at life with a different vision altogether. Because it is said that yatha drishti tatha srishti, that is, your vision will change the world. The world will remain the same, but it will change for you. So you have to decide that what vision you want to adopt in your life. So that was it. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye. Jai Shri Ram.